I've been really fortunate to spend some time with you and Lauren the last couple of days, and I'm really intrigued by your athleticism and your drive and your focus and all these things. That I want to know where this comes from. Were you always like this?
I wouldn't say I've always been like, at school I was never into my fitness. In fact, I probably wasn't the most sportiest in my teenage years.
Really?
But I've always carried a very focused mind and tough on myself, challenged myself, don't want to let myself down. I think that's just inbuilt in whatever I do.
Were your parents like that? Where's that
I
come
think
from?
my dad was very much. If I was going to impress anyone, it would always be I want to impress my dad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where that's come from.
You think he's impressed?
Yeah. From wherever he is, looking down on me, yeah, he's impressed. Yeah. But when my sporting side came in, I started just running, and I see the miles clocking up and the times getting good, and a challenge, and I loved it. And from that moment on, I've never looked back, and I've always enjoyed any aspect of sport from then.
Where was your original career going, and then where did it wind up going?
You mean from a work point of view?
Yeah.
I started in banking, actually, over JP Morgan. I loved that as much as you can. I got involved, and got a good career under my belt. And then I would fit my sport in around early morning training, lunchtime training, that sort of thing. Then I had my first daughter, and decided that it was too much to carry on trying to get a career and bring up a family. So I decided to cash in my share money, trained up to do my sport.
Yeah.
And
Which was running at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wanted to pass my knowledge on and train other people, and see what the results were, and do personal training, fit in with my new lifestyle with having a family. So I did that, and then I gave my career up at JP Morgan, and never looked back. And since then, I met Lorne, obviously, and we got into the martial arts side. Well, I got into the martial arts side.
So was there any other martial arts you trained before Thai boxing? You just went straight to Thai
no.
boxing?
I was never interested. I wasn't aware of what there was in the martial arts world. For me, it was just running and
fitness.
Yeah.
And do you think more women would benefit from knowing about martial arts? And I don't obviously from self-defense point of view, but I'm talking emotionally, spiritually, all types of other ways.
Definitely in the world as it is today, is very important for females, and I think it's more socially acceptable now for females to be classed as an athlete in from the male side.
Well, it's this is the first year that women are allowed to box in the Olympics.
Exactly, so it's definitely up and coming. I mean, you still see it in England, with old school boxing, that females still aren't there in the scale that the guys are. But I think we just have to show them.
Well, speaking of boxing, that's why I bring this up. So you're doing boxing now.
Yeah.
And you've just been offered an opportunity.
I have,
Talk to me about that.
The WBC have offered me a chance to go for the international title in the boxing scene,
Where would that be held?
I think that's Dubai, but it's all up in the air at the moment. For me, I just get the offers, and Lorne sorts it out, and I go and do my stuff.
So he takes care of all that end of it. Why do you let him do that? And
because I don't like getting involved in politics. I don't like going on online and seeing all the comments of good fight, bad fight, why were they matched. It sort of destroys that. I don't need to know that. I just want to go and if I do a good fight, then I'm happy with that. I don't need people to say good or what was that all about. So
whose approval are you most looking for, besides obviously your father's and and
a lot of it's for myself,
right?
Very much. If I didn't want to do it, then I wouldn't do it. But in fact, it's quite frightening, because the older I get, there's going to have to be a time that I stop sometime. And at the moment, I couldn't think of not doing it. And at the moment I'm not fighting for a little slight knee injury, and we've got a show coming up and I'm not on it, and it's...
You're itchy.
Oh,
Just
it's
itchy.
yeah, it's awful. But I'm just hoping there'll be something else that takes over from that when it's right.
What's really interesting to me is that, and this is here in England, and we don't have this in the States, is if you're going to box, that means that you can't Thai box at the same time. So you're kind of giving up one love to take on a new challenge.
Yeah, it does seem crazy. I don't really understand. I think it's because they're naive. The boxing side are a bit naive on what Muay Thai actually is. Well, I know that for a fact. So I think that if you're in one discipline, if you're in with a boxing and a boxing license, they don't want you getting injured, or if you're knocked out and they don't know about it, then there may be a chance that you just sort of brush it under the carpet, and it could be dangerous for health aspects, I suppose.
If you box for a while, will you go back to Muay Thai? How are you?
Yeah, I've still got some unfinished business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that something we can disclose, or?
Well, with the WBC, I'm international champion. I was the first female to go for the world title ever for in the WBC for Thai boxing, and I unfortunately lost. So that needs to be addressed, and I need to. There is now a weight category that is sub 45, which is good, perfect for me, because that's my problem. I always have to fight females who are heavier. So now there's a weight category that I fall into really well, and I think there are quite a good few girls that we can locate, which might sort of open up that again. It might not just be the one world title. It might be a few,
Yeah, and you'll have more variety and more people to fight.
To me, it doesn't always have to be for a title.
It's just for a challenge.
Yeah, to fight different strengths, different abilities, different sizes, challenges.
Well, you do a lot of this, and you're probably an inspiration for a lot of girls now.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, well, of course, but you stay away from the internet, so you don't know. So what would you say to them? What would be some of your words of wisdom for people who want to do what you're doing right now?
I just believe that everyone can do it. It's in your heart. It has to be in your heart to want to do it. If you go out there and you go, okay, I'll do it, you're not going to perform your best, and you'll give up, because you've gone in with a giving up attitude. If you go and you really want to do it, it could be in anything. You will achieve it. Down to marathon running, I've done marathon running. Yeah, okay, you have to be fit, but it is a mental challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Completely. If your mind says you can do it, you can do it.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, I think we're good.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much.